Hello everyone, welcome back to my space and I'm Chisum Marvel. How are we all doing? I trust we're okay, I trust we're good, I trust we're fine. Happy new month by the way. It is the last month of the year 2025. The year is already rounding up and super grateful to God for January to this point. It's been an amazing year, and I trust and believe it has been one for you too. I know a lot of us had plans, targets, and probably the year did not turn out how we expected or envisioned it. This is me just saying that it's not over until it is over. So, a lot of things can still be done with the remaining days of the year. So, yeah, and we understand that a lot of things have been going on in the world, especially in our country, Nigeria. And I just pray and we can just keep trusting God to keep us safe, preserve us, and give us the peace that we so desire. So yeah, I hope you stay safe. I hope you stay happy. I hope you find the joy that you desire. Yeah, so today I just want to talk to us about something that I would call a subject. I would call an endless search or the endless search. Why? This is because life is a journey, as we all know. It's an endless journey because even when we die, there's still eternity. So the journey is endless. It goes as long as it should, and we don't know how long that is. And we can only ensure and make sure that our time spent here on this realm, on the earth, is well utilized and we are working in the will and you know plans of God. So you know how we chase after things and we want something so bad and we work for it, we get those things, and at the end of the day we still feel like there is need for more, there is need for us to get something else. And that's okay because it's a natural human desire to want more. Yes. But then there's a longing in our hearts. There's a longing that, you know, we desire. There's a communion we desire. And sometimes we look for how to fill that void in the wrong places. Sometimes we try to fill it with our careers, maybe our jobs, relationship, or in trying to get material things and all of that. But then we find out that we are still not okay. Truth is that you still see things that are better than what we have. You still see someone who is at the place you want to be, maybe in your career or at your job, or you see someone that has something that you want to get and you don't have it at the moment. And when you get it eventually, you still see something else. So there is always something that comes after that. And it is only wise for us to find peace, find contentment in what we have at the moment, even though we are striving to get more, because that emptiness we feel inside of us, that void, cannot literally be filled by any of those things because it has been placed inside of us by God, and it is only God. And it is at that point when we find God and we fellowship with Him that we find peace, that we find that joy, and you just realize that everything is just, you know, making sense, or not even making sense, but then there's a peace and there's a joy that is within us. So it's just for us to find contentment in the little things, no matter how little they may seem to appear. Just trust that that is the place striving to be more, or like get to a higher level. But then at that point, you're satisfied with what you have, you're content in the place you find yourself. Do you know what it means for you to have the resources, the capacity to do certain things or to get certain things, but you choose not to, not because you can't do it, but because you don't need it at that point, and you're not pressured by what people are doing. You know, there's peer pressure that led people to doing stuff that they did not plan for. Some of us have even gotten into trouble just because we wanted to fit in, we wanted to get validation, we wanted people to like see us and then feel like, okay, yeah, you have it, or you have arrived. But then within you, you are able to understand that, okay, why do I need to? You are able to sit down, ask yourself some certain questions. Why do I need to get this stuff? Do I really need it at this point? Is it because I want to show off? Is it because I want to let people know that yes, I have the resources and I can do whatever I want to do? Do you know what it means to get to that level? That you are able to do all of these things, but you choose not to because you're satisfied, you're content, and you know your purpose, you know what you're meant to do at each point. That's the highest level of self actualization. This is something, if that makes sense, that's like it's like you know yourself. You have come to realize that no, I can't be moved by these things. I have a purpose, I have a plan, I have something that I'm supposed to do at this particular point. So these other things cannot, you know, stop whatever it is I want to do. So you get all of these things, and then God is helping you realize that, because satisfaction truly can come from only God. And why did that separation even happen? If you look at the creation story, when God created Adam, there was a relationship between God and man. There was nothing that Adam and Eve, like there was nothing they needed to hide from God, because there was no barrier. But then when they fell, there was a space, there was a separation between man and God. So that emptiness was there. They could not go back to him. Instead of going back to him, it's not like they could not go back, they would have easily gone back, but they decided to find fill that emptiness with something else. They went to look for something to cover up themselves instead of going back to God to cover them up. It's the same way we go out to look for, things that will satisfy us, not realizing that it is only God. And the Bible says in Ecclesiastes 3 verses 11, it says it's only the internal one that can satisfy the internal thing in us. So yeah, he knows why he put that thing inside of us for us to go back to him. But instead of going back to him, we find ourselves, looking for those satisfaction in other places. And truly, we can't get satisfied, because as the day goes by, we see something better, something more profound than what we have. And you realize that you hear of news, or you hear something that this person committed suicide or something, a very rich person or somebody that will feel as, made it, like in a human sense, in like this person is rich, this person has everything, you have the life, so why do you need? It's because they couldn't find that peace, they couldn't find that fulfillment that they needed to find at that particular time, and then some fell into depression, and they just decided to end it all. So this is me just saying that in all our trying to get things, in all our search, in all our in our journey to wherever it is that we are going to, if we don't go along with God, we will just end up being frustrated, because He's the only one that can feel that emptiness inside of us. I'm just remembering the Samaritan woman, like, who knows what she was looking for? Obviously, she was looking for something. That's why she had 5 husbands. But then when she encountered Jesus Christ, the Bible says that she was happy. Like she went and started telling people. That's what communion with God looks like. There's this internal joy. There's this joy that comes from within outside, whereby You're not moved by any of the things that you see, you know, because you know and you understand yourself and you have found peace, even though you're striving to become more. But no, whether it comes or it doesn't come, your stand is still your stand. Like you still remain focused and true to the one. So this is me encouraging us to go back to the one because he's the only one and only. Trust me, you can't get this thing from outside. The world cannot give you, people cannot give you. It's only God that can give you that true satisfaction and peace that we should desire. So yeah, that will be it for today. Till I come across a friend next time. For now.